On behalf of the entire crew, I'd like to thank you for your transmission.
Hey, it's Janelle Waz, and welcome back to another episode of Waz Reviews. Well, it's been a long road, getting from there to here, and now Star Trek Enterprise's time is finally here. Yes, I finally have Star Trek Enterprise on DVD, completing my pre-2009 Star Trek show collection. Featuring all 4 seasons of the show, this is the 2021 DVD release of Star Trek Enterprise The Complete Series, which you can usually get on Amazon for around $40 to $50. Within this plastic case is 27 discs that house all 98 episodes of the Star Trek prequel, starring Scott Bakula as Captain Archer and his pre-Federation Enterprise crew as they argue with Vulcans, save the Earth from a planet-destroying threat, give backstory to some important Trek concepts we see in the other shows, and answer poop questions.
A poop question, sir?
It's a perfectly valid question.
This does, of course, open my Treknalysis series to start featuring Enterprise episodes, but before I do that, let's find out if this DVD collection has faith of the heart.
And it's also about faith. And it is also about heart.
But before I go further, thanks for checking out my video. Make sure you like and subscribe for more of my Star Trek, video game, and other miscellaneous content. Keep those hailing frequencies open on the other social media sites, and a big thank you to my channel members for supporting the channel. If you'd like to buy me a cup of tea and support my work, consider joining up on my channel. Be great to have you aboard. Alright, let's free this collection from its plastic prison. All the DVDs are in one giant plastic case since there are only 4 seasons of the show. Not unlike the original series release with its 3 seasons, but unlike The Next Generation, Deep Space Nine, and Voyager with their 7 seasons apiece, which have 2 or 3 cases depending on the release date. The front features the highly experimental NX-01 Enterprise flying in space, with Star Trek Enterprise below it, which was technically not the original title of the show, which was simply called Enterprise. But this makes it more recognizable as part of the Star Trek franchise. The title is again repeated on the spine of the DVD case with the continued starry background from the front, which continues on the back of the case along with a damaged Enterprise, an occasional occurrence in the show. These are the Voyages! Yeah, nothing like reminding everyone of that finale.
He's cute.
Don't get any ideas.
All 4 thrill-packed seasons of Star Trek Enterprise are yours to explore as Captain Jonathan Archer, Scott Bakula, pilots the Earth's first Warp 5 capable ship, Enterprise NX-01, on a long-range mission of research and discovery beginning in the year 2150. During his command, Captain Archer and his crew will face life-threatening challenges from the Xindi, an enemy bent on annihilating humanity via a planet-destroying superweapon. The Xindi had a Death Star?
Judging from the clandestine nature of the transmission, I'd guess that whoever sent this didn't want to be discovered.
And from Terra Prime, a human terrorist group, as well as a host of problems stirred up by the ever-present Romulans. From suspiciously watchful Vulcans to the mysterious Sphere Builders, a transdimensional species, these are the adventures found in 4 thrilling seasons of Star Trek Enterprise The Complete Series. Yeah, the synopsis tends to lean more into the second half of the show with the Xindi arc and well, not the finale, but the episodes fans consider to be the true finale. After all, you almost have to with the finale title staring at you right in the face. I feel like the synopsis is trying to downplay the first 2 seasons, which weren't super popular, but in my opinion, they were a bit underrated. Underneath the synopsis, we have shots of the various characters on the show, most prominently featured being Captain Archer and fan favorite, Shran. Yep, the fellas may have tuned in for T'Pol, but everybody stayed for Shran. You can never ban the Shran.
The Andorian Mining Consortium runs from no one.
The top side and bottom of the case are transparent so you can see your discs from the outside. There's no embossing on the case like many of the other DVD collections, which is typical of the post-2020 releases. And the entire case is just that, typical. Nothing fancy, just enough to hold your DVDs. Alright, let's crack this thing open and see the discs inside. And once again, it's a whole lot of gray. Gray. Well, actually, there is a nice background that features the NX Enterprise and the DVD contents. But it's all behind a bunch of gray discs which you have to remove in order to see. Make that stacked gray discs. Once again, in order to save space, and probably save on cost as well, the discs have been stacked. But where other collections will stack maybe 2 discs and occasionally 3, this collection stacks 3 discs a lot. Which I really don't like. Look, I get saving space and even saving on costs, but it gets to a point where I have to wonder if my discs are going to be okay being stacked like that. Even taking them out of the case is a little nerve-wracking, and I certainly hope I don't crack any just because I wanted to watch an episode. And then besides that, this setup forces you to watch the series in order when there are some nice standalone episodes that you might just want to watch by themselves. But even watching the series in order can be cumbersome. I can't really put a disc back when I'm done with it because I just have to take it out again to get to a later disc. This all seems to be a feature of the re-release DVDs, so once again, I highly recommend going old school and investing in a DVD magazine so the discs can be easily and safely removed. Sadly, the case is but a shell to transport the discs. Personally, I'm using the one I got from my Star Trek The Original Series DVDs, which has plenty of room for both shows. And I even took some viewer advice and used labels for the DVD contents that should have been listed on the disc. But luckily, the Enterprise DVDs do have the episode titles on the discs, much like the DS9 and Voyager DVDs. Sure, I may have criticized the whole lot of gray involved in the disc design, but they do have the most important information on the discs, so I guess it's fine. I mean, it's not pretty, but it certainly is functional. But okay, enough chit-chat about the case and discs. What's important is the DVD content itself, and is the main reason I bought this collection. Well, this is kinda nice. I love these old DVD menus that really take the time for presentation. You don't see them in the collection videos, which just have static images. But the complete seasons always look nice with animated backgrounds, and the Enterprise menus have to be among my favorite Star Trek menus. I'm impressed. Depending on the season, the DVD menu opens with a flyby of various ships, which segues into the 22nd century computer interface, which focuses on one of the ships from the show. Season 1, the NX Enterprise itself. Season 2, a Klingon bird of prey. Season 3, a Xindi reptilian warship. And Season 4, a Vulcan starship. And the menus are very nicely animated, with some of those animations even extending to the sub-menus after you select an episode. Though I kinda wish those animations were on the individual episode menus, but the transitions are still a nice touch. Unlike the other Star Trek shows, which are shown in the 4:3 aspect ratio, Enterprise is shown in widescreen. Granted, these are the DVDs and not the Blu-rays, but everything still looks pretty good. Especially when you compare it to the unremastered TNG DVDs, which aren't the nicest quality. The Enterprise DVDs look pretty good. I'm satisfied. I'm not going to complain about it not being Blu-ray quality because I knew that when I bought the DVDs. And of course, Star Trek Enterprise The Complete Series DVD collection comes with special features. However, they're a little more spread out than the other Star Trek shows. While the bulk of the special features can be found on the last disc of each season, certain episodes have commentaries and deleted scenes included with the individual episodes on their disc, which makes sense. While some episodes include text commentary by Michael and Denise Okuda, only a few have audio commentary which runs while the episode is playing. I listened to some of the Broken Bow commentary, which is given by show creators and producers Rick Berman and Brannon Braga. To be honest, a lot of it's kinda dry, but they do explain their reasoning behind some of the decisions made with Enterprise, some of which wasn't popular with the fans, including the theme song and how the Vulcans were portrayed, giving a little more context to the show.
We're very happy with the way the Vulcans evolved as part of the Enterprise series.
Now, something I wish was available for the other Star Trek shows are the deleted scenes. I know the TNG Blu-rays have deleted scenes, but not the DVDs, so I end up missing out on them. The Enterprise DVDs, on the other hand, have deleted scenes for some of the episodes, usually without special effects, so they're pretty raw. I really like this one from E², which has Trip talking to his and T'Pol's son. It's a nice quiet family moment and the kind of thing that Rick Berman and Brannon Braga were talking about in the commentary about Enterprise being a character-driven show.
You're a good father. It's strange being able to tell you that.
And of course, there's the regular special features. Cast interviews, behind-the-scenes featurettes, image galleries, nice little goodies to delight the Enterprise-loving Trekkie. Hold up! Outtakes? Now that's what I'm talking about.
The rock people. These rock people, those rock people. The rock people, them rock people.
Again, the outtakes are a little raw and have a lot of green screens, but it's fun seeing the cast break character and have a few laughs. Also, it's an experience seeing T'Pol laugh. Honestly, this is another thing I wish was on the other Star Trek DVDs. I know there are TNG outtakes, and I don't want to have to buy the Blu-rays in order to see them. Oh well, I guess I'll have to settle for Scott Bakula making Jeffrey Combs crack.
There we go.
Another interesting find in the special features is a trailer for the Las Vegas attraction Star Trek The Experience's Borg Invasion, which closed in 2008. Yeah, like the other complete series collections, this is a reprint of the earlier DVDs from 2005, which includes a trailer for something that's been defunct for over 15 years. Nevertheless, I like finding these little artifacts from the past, and it looked like a fun time. The behind-the-scenes segments are kinda interesting, and some show how the CGI special effects were achieved and constructed. Even how Gollum in The Lord of the Rings inspired some of the special effects for Enterprise, namely using actual actors to map movements. Certain episodes have featurettes about the making of the episode, such as Shuttlepod 1, a pretty good episode.
Shuttlepod 1 is a great example of what Enterprise was all about. Two guys stuck in a pod together.
And we even have some cast interviews and what they had in mind while portraying their characters. Heck, they even got cast input on the Season 3 cliffhanger, which ended the big Xindi arc.
People just still so mad that Sam Beckett never got home, from Quantum Leap, so.
Now, there are plenty other special features on the discs, but that's basically the Star Trek Enterprise The Complete Series DVD collection. For a $40 to $50 collection, it's not bad. Okay, clearly the packaging leaves much to be desired. While it looks okay from the outside, not much can excuse how hard it is to remove the disc from the case or the disc stacking. If I have to transfer all the discs to a CD DVD magazine so they stay nice and I can watch the show easily, you're doing something wrong with the packaging. That being said, the important thing is the disc content, and it's pretty great. You're getting the show, granted in DVD quality, but nice DVD quality. The menus look nice and polished, and there are plenty of special features. Heck, you're even getting some fun special features like outtakes, which are absent from the other Star Trek shows. If all you really care about is having Enterprise on DVD, then this collection is fine. You're getting the entire show at a lower price than any other option. But if you want something nice on your shelf or functional packaging to keep your discs in, then you might want to consider investing in older DVD releases, which do tend to be nicer. This case serves as a delivery device, but it isn't the greatest way to store DVDs. Overall though, this set is pretty typical of the post-2020 Star Trek DVD re-releases. The content's all there, even if the packaging simply isn't. So what about you? Do you own this Star Trek Enterprise DVD collection? Do you love it? Do you hate it? What do you think of what the set has to offer? And what is your favorite episode of Star Trek Enterprise? Please leave comments below and discuss. As always, thanks for tuning in to another episode of Waz Reviews. If you like what you see, why not give my video a like and subscribe to my channel? Tell your friends. Until next time.
Great. You scratched the paint.